Hanna. Will it not work?
No.
Still your phone?
Yeah.
What in the world? Your technology dislikes you for some reason, just like it dislikes me all the time. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the experience. This is Minute to Skim It. We're in a transition period here where we're going to switch over from having Hannah and I to just me this week. Next week, we'll have me and somebody else because Hannah's rotating to the back just as a temporary measure while things get really COVID-y and creepy because we're protecting her and we love her. COVID-y and creepy. And then she'll be back where she belongs. All right, we're going to do an awesome minute to skim it for you guys. I'm going to be as spoiler-free as I can, but also ridiculous as possible.
May contain spoilers.
May contain spoilers. Behind the scenes today, we have Kyle in the chair, the man with a plan, and then on the other side of the screen is my support staff.
Hi.
Yeah, we've got a new person today, known only as Bean.
Hi.
Bean's amazing. Just joined the team. And then, of course, we have Jen and Hanna.
Hi.
All right. So I did not get to read this one, despite the fact that I tried really, really hard. By the way, if you go and read your comics / trade paperbacks at a restaurant, even if it's kind of like an off the main road restaurant, but the people that work there decide to have the loudest conversation on the planet about how neither of them are self-driven.
What?
And I don't know, it was like a bizarre discussion they're having at the top of their voices in this restaurant. So anyway, I had a hard time focusing, as you might imagine. This is Four-Fisted Tale, so don't miss this original graphic novel of Animals in Combat. It just seems like an awesome book about real animals that were in, wars. So this one's by Dead Reckoning. So just kind of like putting it on your radar right now. On your radar. It's one of those really gorgeously made books. It is a I love these when they do this where they're monochromatic. So it's all about the story, not about the crazy colors. More pancakes, right? I think they like watching the way I eat also because I do have pancakes when I go and I do my reading. And the pancakes, because I don't want to spend time cutting them up, I just pick them up and fold them into a little sandwich and dip them, which is dumb. But it works. All right. So coming out tomorrow is the number 2 issue of a great book from Aftershock called Beyond the Breach. In the first book, the main character, this nice lady right here, is kind of having a domestic issue and is kind of leaving town. And you think that's really what the thing is all about, but it's totally not. It's actually about this other chaos that happens midstream where she wakes up from being in a giant accident, really big accident, and there are these weird creatures that have appeared and they're starting to try to eat and are eating the people that are also in this giant accident with her. So there's like really bizarre creatures. And also this little cute thing that shows up. It looks like a, I don't know, cute puppy monkey. I don't know what puppy monkey.
Sounds adorable.
Yeah. So in this one, she's kind of dealing with, she started running away at the end of the first issue. In this one, she actually meets something else that is kind of human looking, but also rides a giant tortoise. It's on the front cover, so it's not very, very spoilery. See? There's a giant tortoise that he's riding. And it's about her trying to figure out, okay, all of these weird creature things that have shown up, because it also looks like it's decimated other parts of the country with there's planes that have fallen out of the sky. Looks like a great post-apocalyptic world starting. But even this dude who's riding the tortoise has no idea how to tell her where he's from, how they got where they are now. They have no idea. So we still don't really know at the end of issue 2 where the breach is or where the breach is from. But I'm still down for figuring it out. Okay. This is something that's not out tomorrow, but is going to be at your retailers as a promotional tease. So this is what's really called a retailer preview. I don't know if you're really good friends with your retailer and you really want to have something rare like this, that there's just one of that they're going to get, you might talk them out of it if they're not interested in keeping it after they read it. But this is from Blue Juice Comics. So Blue Juice Comics, for their other books, and Bonnie and the Accelerators and Aether and Empire. Those are their 3 big books that they've been doing. I really like the way Blue Juice does their stuff. They're kind of like a slow roll kind of company. They don't put out a billion titles and they don't ask a lot of your pocketbook. They just make good stuff. And you may see a title out from them each month. And that's the perfect speed for me. It doesn't ask you to spend $1 billion. But this is their next cool project. I actually did a really fun interview with, I'm going to get wrong. I think it's Justin. It's JR on this, but I think it's Justin Gray. And the artist, McLean, I think that was a G name. I'm so bad at first names. But I had an interview with them on Monday for our Talking Shop show. And they're really cool dudes. So the writer actually has written a lot of other things. So you probably recognize them from, Marvel work and a bunch of other things. But this is kind of their own, let's make our own thing. This story, I guess, has been kicking around for a while at the writer's house. It's been kind of like, I don't know if they wrote part of it and we're like, I don't know, I want to fuss around the character a little bit more. But it's essentially a tale about a young rabbit who is all anthropomorphic, of course, because anthropomorphic is awesome. And I know that Kyle's going to want this book because it's perfect. This is exactly the kind of stuff he loves. But this rabbit is a sickly rabbit kiddo, and he, his family is a very sweet family, very close family, that are having a family celebration. And the bunny who's sickly doesn't get to attend, but says a very fervent prayer while they're not able to attend. I know that I might not be able to go this year, but could I go some year? Could you heal me so I can go some year to this? I guess he's maybe never gotten to go to this. And then something really crazy and unexpected happens, which changes forever the course of his life. So without being super spoilery, it does answer his prayer, but not in any way that he would have expected. So this book starts out being very kind of like G and ends up being kind of M. Maybe kind of M, mostly M, very M. Lots of adult language. No! But I might give it to you because you're my friend. This one probably is firmly into the 18 plus, and I know it gets even more raw as it goes along because that's what they told me that was going to happen. This is great. Do put Billy the Kit on your pull boxes at your local comic shop because it's likely to be something that, since it's not an FOC, I don't think Blue Juice is an FOC company. If they don't put it on the list at initials, you might not see it. And I'm pretty sure that since this starts in October, the real series, that your your initials might have come and gone. So the sooner that they add it to their reorders, the more likely that you'll actually get this book. So there you go. This is your first opportunity to see it. I'm sure they would have gotten out faster if they could. So there you go. Billy the Kit is what you call it. Billy the Kit. And this little preview, if you can borrow it from your retailer, it has the full first issue, some of the second, and then some teases for the third, I think. Beautiful art. It's totally not art that you're expecting at all, by the way. It's not pretty rabbits. They're kind of I'm trying to think what other kind of book I've seen out there that the creature design on them makes them look kind of gross. Kind of gritty. It's not pretty bunnies like Stabby Bunny. We'll put it that way. All right. I got to read Romby's Catwoman. So from what I understand, where we are in the storyline, Romby's been writing this for a while here. So you remember that the Bat Wedding never happened way back in 50. So Catwoman's kind of been hiding out for a long time. In what's the part of town that she's in? She's like Alleytown. Thank you. She's in Alleytown, and she's got this dude that's after her, who kind of looks like a preacher dude and quotes scripture, but he's really a killer. So I don't know why it's just designed in that way. And in this one, looks like, despite the fact that Batman has not seen Catwoman for a great long time, because they have really actually been separated because of all this drama, she somehow has found her way back to him through this intermediary that I don't want to talk about because I'm pretty sure it's super important to the storyline. And I don't want to spoil anything for you.
No spoilers.
Spoiler. So there is what appears to be a death in this one. I'm not familiar enough with the series yet to know if this character is a known character that everyone cares about, or is just a dude that showed up for the first time in this book. But it will be important for the storyline going forward. So enjoy some Catwoman. By the way, just to have it on your radar, Ron B starts his first Marvel work very, very soon. I think he's taking over Immortal, right? I think he's taking over Immortal Hulk as Kate's. Maybe.
As you're almost as bad as how I was this morning when I forgot Hannah's name.
Nope. I'm so used to it.
Before you got here.
You know, DC is not my normal realm of knowledge.
That was on being. I was like, yeah.
Making it.
Do the shows with
Fake it till I make it.
Hannah. And then I also forgot the word pull box. I was like, you know the things we put the stuff in?
Yeah.
And they were like, pull box?
Jenna got sent home today from doing pull boxes because she could not remember things like what the name for a pull box was.
Or Hannah's name. That's it. You forgot the word alley.
That's true.
So
I didn't know the name Alleytown. I don't, because I don't read DC. I don't know Alleytown. All the DC knowledge resides in the Hanna.
So what do I have?
What do you? Oh, you have the other DC knowledge.
Else.
Yeah.
Except for Marvel and DC. Yes.
All right, and now this is cool. This is I think the second in the Batman Secret Files series that they're doing. They're just single shots. This is Clown Hunter, not Clown Killer, which is so funny because I hear him called Clown Killer all the time. And they actually refer to that in this book where they say, my name's not Clown Killer, Clown Hunter.
That's what he does. Yeah. With great finesse.
Mm-hmm. So he has a thing about the Joker's minions dudes. He likes to hunt those dudes down. Not Joker himself necessarily, but those clown dudes, minions. That's his jam. You get to see a little more about his background or his motivations or why he is the way he is. He was a very bullied guy. I don't know. He had it like, where are all the teachers in these scenes? That's what I want to know, because there's a bunch of scenes of him being beat up by students. I'm like, do all the teachers just go home at the end of the day and be like, see yas, have a good one?
Yes.
Is that really what happens?
Most of my teachers, when I was in a small town, small school, they were like, yo, 3:30, peace. And I'm like, but the bus left me. I'm literally in the middle of a locked school. What do I do? What is the English word for leave?
Here's the love symbol for all of you people that were bullied and survived. You are stronger for it. Don't become Clown Hunter, because I have a feeling he's going to have a short life.
I did.
So he has a really boss outfit, by the way, but I don't know how he can see through these orange Google eyes. I'm not 100% certain, but I love his boss mohawk. Oh, we had so much fun on Saturday. For Free Comic Book Day, we actually got to pre-sell this book and have Joshua Starnes there.
He's such a cool dude.
Yeah, I don't know what there is about his voice when he describes the stuff that he writes or the other things that are underneath his banner for Red 5. I almost feel like he should just make a really long tape of all of this. It's just very soothing.
A podcast of him just.
Very soothing.
And this is the box where he does.
And happy little trees. And happy little trees. We're not selling things, Johnny Day. I'm just telling you what they're about. Okay, so the box is a really, really great story. Well, everyone that picked it up and read it has already come back and started adding them to their pull boxes, so they like them. So this box right here is just like all cool boxes that have magical abilities. It's an ancient object. We meet it now in current day, okay? So we don't peace out at 3:30, at least not at your school. That's right. Don't just say peace out.
Like I said,
Stay
this
around.
was back in the day.
Yeah.
This was like the 90s.
It's when they liked us to toughen up our own selves by standing up for our own selves.
This was like the late 90s when this was happening.
That's exactly it.
So
this box, its power is that if you kind of wish upon it or ask it for things, I don't think you have to speak to it or anything. It actually will, most of the time, give you what you want. It is an interesting contraption in that it cannot be stolen from you. It will cease to work, or it won't work in your favor in any way. It has to be given, or I assume that if someone said, give me the box or I'm letting the dog have it, that, you would, if you gave it up under duress, if you gave it up under duress, it does. It absolutely is self-aware, because oftentimes it looks like the guy who is the current owner of the box, he'll wish or think about things that he needs or desires out of the box, and it doesn't give him what he wants. It gives him something.
Not the thing he wants, but something.
Something. Okay. Whatever the box thinks is appropriate for the situation. It's not bad. It doesn't like give him a bunny if he needs a gun. But it doesn't happen the way it's supposed to. He's basically a detective. He's found himself being approached by the mob that wants the box back.
Are they the ones that called the dragon from the comic book last week? Darn you, mobsters and your bosses.
There's so many mobsters in these books. So this is a book 1. I believe this is a 4-issue series, the box, so you can start and end this book without spending $1 billion. But really great storyline. I love all these kinds of stories very much because it feels a little bit like police procedural, but very dark. All right, I did not get to finish this book, mostly because I realized, heck, didn't read the storyline before this, and I think that I should know more. So I read the beginning and I loved it. I'm pretty sure if I read the whole thing, I'd probably understand it all. But it's Michael Moorcock's Elric. This is the new storyline, The Dreaming City. It appears that Elric, if I understood what I was reading at the very beginning of the book, is pretty interested in not being alive and unaliving himself, because he's tired of being alive. So we'll find out if that works for him. Unaliving.
Oh, yeah. She's super unalive.
All right. This book by Boom Studios, Eat the Reach. Eat the Reach? No. Eat the Rich. Okay? I'm totally good. So this is Eat the Rich. Eat the Rich time. Sorry, Kyle. I did a really short other one. All right, so Eat the Rich is an interesting book. It's basically about this young lady who is going with her boyfriend that she obviously met in college. He is, it looks like before he went to college, he had some trouble with alcohol, and the rest of his family kind of expects him to still have trouble with alcohol. And she is also not from an ultra-rich family, and he is. So I'm not talking about just kind of rich, but like they have servants for their servants kind of rich, And so she's super nervous, and they're going home for the summer to the summer house, which she is envisioned to being a nice white picket house on the beach, and is in fact a giant mansion, because that was what you would probably think a summer house might be, is just an old summer house. No. So she right away finds herself in the most awkward, she realizes that when she's gotten there and met everybody, that she's had a binder clip in her hair that she put in her hair because they were riding in a convertible, and didn't, the best first impression you always want to make with your boyfriend's parentals and extended staff.
Hey, if I would have seen one of my nieces and nephews come in with a binder clip, I'd be like, hey, they know how to get by in life.
That's right.
They know how to do the street smarts.
I agree with that comment, actually. So this is just one of the covers. There's really a gorgeous Jen Bartel cover, which has kind of like a white and gray striped dress. And that dress is actually one she wears when she actually gets herself cleaned up and takes the binder clip out of her hair. But there is something else going on And probably you can tell from the cover. It's a very spoilery cover if you know what you're looking at.
Is it people being eaten? Is people gonna die?
People are gonna buy. For fans of what is the Peel movie? Get Out. For fans of Get Out. I'm never ever gonna have a normal picture of myself. I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure one time you just sitting there with a sticker on your head and boudin balls in your mouth. That's my favorite so far. That's my favorite.
So Jenna's taking social media pictures of me all the time when I'm doing other stuff. So if I see her doing it, I make a dumb face.
Sometimes she doesn't see me do it and she still has a weird face.
I mean, look at me. I have a weird face. All right, this is Second Chances from Image Comics. This one, I will full stop tell you, I have no idea what I really am reading. It jumps back and forth between telling this story from his point of view and then something else. There are these cool Oni warriors that show up and kick butt. And let me see if I can remember the rest of it. I feel like there's got to be at least some main storyline that I can pull through. It is a beautiful black and white tale. Yeah, it's difficult enough for me to try to. I don't know who the main character is. They don't ever like present him as what his position is. He shows up and this guy has found himself in a difficult situation and shot up like an entire room of people, and you're not really sure what the main character has shown up to help him with. But he keeps finding himself in this situation with these cool Oni warriors that kick butt. So I'm not saying it's a bad book because it's not a bad book. I'm super enthralled by the book, but I cannot tell you 100% what we're talking about here. I know that this is one of those that you absolutely have to have the second issue to get the through full. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be the second issue. It's going to be like, oh, I totally understand all those things now. But yeah, these are tough sells for me to hand sell because I can't tell you, is this a mob hit book? I don't know because I didn't say that they were the mob. Is this a kung fu book? I don't know because I don't know who the Oni warriors are from. Is it something with spooks in it? I can't tell you, even though there's spooky stuff in it.
Jen knows nothing.
I don't know. Someone tell me the things. All right, I know what this one's about. This one's Dark Horse. My pal, David Boer's Killer Queens.
I love talking to him, and the little bit of hints that he gave us about this book back in May was so cool. I can't wait to see a monkey with a jetpack flipping off cameras.
There really are. There is a monkey overlord that does have a jetpack that flips off cameras. But wait, he has minions, but his minions are baby seals or like little seals.
Yes.
Oh no, so otters. He has otter minions.
Which are
otter minions.
I'm so excited.
And it's about primarily these two that look like they are space travelers that travel together. And they have complex personal lives. When we first meet them, he is making out with a pink alien dude and having a full conversation with her while he's doing it, which seems so rude. Hedge otters. That's right, hedge otters. And as she is describing her difficult, awkward meetup with a girl that she has a past with. So there is full-on shenanigans in this book, which are like fun. There's their character name. There's Alex and Max. And there's the bad monkey. Or I don't know, maybe it's not a bad monkey. That's Beatty.
It's just done dealing with everybody's shenanigans.
That's right.
And thus,
so it's super fun. And what is their tagline for this book as their descriptor?
Oh gosh, I
can't remember. It's
blanked out. Of course, as soon as you ask, it's gone.
Right? Doesn't he say it's like a super gay space romp? Is it something like that?
Yeah.
These are his words.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Funny watching him laugh.
Add it to your bowl. I can guarantee you there is nothing else like this.
Hedge otters.
Except for maybe for fans maybe of Money Shot.
Yeah, I think it's people like Money Shot that like this.
Fans of Money Shot. All right, this book took me the absolute longest to read today, and I was not going to give it up. I wanted to finish it, so it was good. Okay, God of Tremors is one of those awesome oversized books that make it really hard to fit into your pull boxes, but I can guarantee you're not going to take care because you'll want this. I think we'll just start making actual, bookshelves that fit our oversized books because it looks like it's always going to happen. Because, like this one, there's a book called Eden that came out before this by Colleen Bunn.
No, after Eden wasn't one.
Mm-hmm. I think it was just Eden. So God of Tremors is an interesting book. So this one is about a boy who his father is a high up priest of some sort. I mean, like a vicar. I'm trying to think of what his actual title is here. I'll get it for you because it'll give you the right. Imagine an era kind of like where the witch trials happen. That's the right era for you to imagine his dad. So the son has epilepsy, but it's during a time in the world in which they believe that epileptic seizures were demonic possessions. And so his father, who is a vicar, basically gives him, we'll call them purges, where they go between doing, like giving him stuff that makes him vomit his guts up, or beating him with rods, or things that are supposed to make the demon pop out. But we know, because we live in the modern world, that epilepsy is curable, or at least manageable or normal-ish. You can get through it without having to try to beat a demon out of you. It's okay. So the dad has like a weird thing that he's doing that he shouldn't be, and has made a very awkward situation between the mom, because the mom is the smart person in this book that actually is trying to find out what she can do to help her son, and the dad's set on this other path of just beating the demon out of him. Demon removal. And the boy actually ends up kind of like running away into the
piecemeal.
That
was the other big one they did, was piecemeal.
Oh, that's right, piecemeal.
Big and purple.
Mm-hmm. That he goes running into the woods because they tie him up every night so that he can't have fits, which doesn't sound like it's good for you. And while he's has run off into the woods, he finds this giant stone idol, and it gets really creepy from there. And then you'll understand, when you read the book, you'll understand the title of God of Tremors. So this one is really, really good. Creepy, great art. And so I'm going to let you work your way through that because it's so awesome. And those are all just one shots, so you don't have, you can put it on your pull box, but you're only going to need to do that one title. Okay. This one I've been looking forward to, and I'm going to tell you a true story about my experience at the Winchester Mystery House. So Winchester Mystery House is in California. If you go visit LA area, you can go and take a tour there. Maybe not during COVID, but you can if you go in normal time. In the center of the house, there is a seance room that has glass blocks in the floor that kind of look like stained glass. It's a little bitty tiny room that would barely fit just like chairs sitting around the outside. And then it's got windows on 3 or 4 sides of it that are just kind of like chest high. Okay. And they did lots of seances in that room. The story about the house is that Mrs. Winchester, who was a widow, was an heir to the Winchester fortune. Those are rifles that were made in the gajillions during, the Wild West, and were responsible for a great many deaths. And Mrs. Winchester believed that the souls of the people that were killed by those weapons would try to hunt her down and haunt her. So she got it into her head, I don't know, maybe she talked to the right people and that's what they said to her, that if she were to build a house and keep building it and make many confusing stairways and doorways and rooms, that even if the spirits made it into the house, they would never be able to find her because they would be so confused. So they kept on, and she also felt like they could not inhabit the house while it was still under construction. So it was under construction for decades. They were people working 24 hours a day on the house for decades.
What?
That is a real story of the mystery.
Is this also, like, this is the house that Stephen King did a book on, where it was like,
maybe
if you die here, you stay here, but you're gonna get lost because these stairs go to nowhere. Look, a wall.
Yeah, I guess that's the other idea, is that probably spirits couldn't find their way out either. So that's not what it is about the Winchester Mystery House, but this is early when she just starts building it. That's what this, at least what this first ash can is about her finding this little house in the middle of nowhere, which is the way California looked back then, and finding the right people to start the building. And you haven't really found out any of the other stuff about the lore. I'm hoping it's nice and spookerific, because it has all of the earmarks of being able to do it. So I'm going to see if there's anything else that they said about it. Nope. It's kind of cool because it actually has the mark of the Winchester Mystery House. So I wonder if you could actually buy this at the Winchester Mystery House once it comes out.
Cool.
But you should absolutely pick up the ash can from your local comic shop. And some of the local comic shops have signed up for what they call the ash can box program, which allows them to also get this cool bullpen bulletin with theirs, and sometimes the stickers, but it looks like this is a card this time, so you can do a collecting card.
But I want the stickers.
You want the stickers? I don't know. I guess it could be a sticker card.
Pantry like thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's just like, don't match. I need to cover up the stickers.
Oh, and I'll finish the story about the Winchester Mystery House in this way. When I went, I was pregnant with Max. Fairly pregnant with Max, like showing pregnant with Max. And the house made me physically ill. Like, I made it to the seance room and had to sit down while we were doing the tour talking there. I felt so wrong, like really freaked out, and not like, I wasn't like scared, spooked out. Like my blood pressure was bottomed out. So I had to leave the house. I had to leave the house.
Just have to go back again and try again.
Mm-hmm. Oh, maybe I don't. Maybe so. And so
you
we'll
need to
blame.
tell me when you went and saw Brainy the other month,
Mm-hmm.
that you didn't go.
Not to there, because we were doing everything we hadn't done in California.
Well, I mean, you hadn't gone to the house really.
We made it pretty far, but that was when I was like, okay, I need you guys to tell me how to leave this place.
Where is my exit?
I need to go. All right, and don't forget that Moon Knight #2 is this week. This one's kind of cool because it kind of reintroduced Moon Knight in the #1. This one introduces a new bad guy character who I can't really say very much about, or it kind of wrecks the whole first act of this book. Just know that the Moon Knight will reveal how much more powerful he is than you can possibly imagine. And if you still don't know everything about Moon Knight, this will probably clarify all the things that he can do. And it appears on the very last page to show us a brand new character. Now, I don't know everything about Moon Knight, so this character might have appeared long ago in some book of his that you guys might go, aha, I know who that is. But just know, in true fashion, Marvel has again given you what looks like a brand new character in the #2 of a book, because that's the way they roll.
I have learned something about Moon Knight today.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually from Patton and Shanice. And they were talking about the Moon Knight was coming up to Dracula. They're like, big nerd, where's my money? I was like, what? So they showed it to me, and I was like, what? Am I delirious? Am I imagining this? And I just checked it. Yeah, it's real. It's just like walking down the stairs, like, come on, Dracula, I know you're here, you big nerd. Where's my money?
He has the power. He has the power of a god imbued in him, but he's also certifiably insane and admits it out loud to anyone that wants to know.
I just think it's funny to just call him Dracula or nerd over my
Sure. And he looks really swanky and white. That's all you need to know about Moon Knight. Swanky.
Huh?
All right, here we go. The trial of Magneto starts this week. So this is what you need to know. I'm going to get you kind of caught up on what's been going on Hickman's run of X-Men. So in Hickman's X-Men, the mutants have all gathered together and formed their own nation. They have everybody living on Krakoa, which is a living island. And they've also got the sister island recently. They took the sister island and put it through a portal and put it on Mars. And so they now have access to Mars and have declared that a sovereign planet. So it is theirs. They claim Mars. What you going to do about it?
See this planet? No, you don't, because it's ours now.
You're too late. It's ours now. So there have been some tie-in books recently that they have X-Core, which deals with the business side of what that looks like because of their relationship with Krakoa. Krakoa makes a bunch of medicines that are really great for people slash, heal cancer and all kinds of stuff. But since the mutants control it, they control the business side of that. And they have religious aspects to what they do for Krakoa. That's all led by Nightcrawler in that book, which is The Way of X. Okay, so those are the books that are all tied in, and then all the X books are tied. They recently had a storyline called the Heckfire Gala. Sorry, I changed everything to be family friendly. In which there was an event. Oh, I have to give you one more thing. Sorry. During the runs of X-Men that they've done recently, they have figured out that without permission, Xavier has been storing in Cerebro, downloads of every mutant. Kind of like if you wanted to have like a file saved that updates on the regular. So he has the last updated version of them and it saves all the previous versions of, I'm telling you.
So it's kind of like just a
if I could download you right now, I have a backup of you.
Right
now.
No.
You had an app though. This version is much better than the one from this morning.
This morning was very glitchy.
Yeah, it was
I
so
had to
glitchy.
Restart.
Okay. So they have figured out that with, I think they've got, it's either 2 or 3 mutants. When they combine their power, one of them was previously called Gold Balls.
Wait, what?
Yep.
Say his name again?
Gold Balls. Had gold
Like
balls.
baseball? Okay.
Yep.
All right. Okay.
Put that one together, and I can't remember what the other one is, but basically they can create eggs in which they basically make a clone of that mutant and can download the version they want from Cerebro and resurrect them. It's gotten even weirder.
All right, I'm tapping out.
Yep. It's gotten weirder when they find mutants now that don't really align with what they need or they are controllable, like Sabretooth. They can either fully get rid of them or just kill them in a kind of a ceremonial kind of way and upload the version that makes better sense for their community as mutants. Are your brains broken yet? All right. So they had this, they have a basically a group of, I can't remember, I think it's 5 that are like kind of their ruling group. They had a big event called the Heckfire Gala. And during the gala, spoiler alert for everybody that hasn't caught up, but you're going to need to know it for this. And you're going to see it in the first pages anyway. The Scarlet Witch was killed. That's what happened.
Did she say that? No, because it's Marvel.
Yeah. So this is what they're figuring out now. So now they're trying to figure out by using all of their mutant powers if they can go back in time a little bit and see the activity, where they can find the keys to like who did it. So they're doing investigation here. It's a little bit like forensic files, this one. And it looks like they're going to end probably blaming Magneto, because it looks like whatever it was, they feel like the only way that she was able to be snuck up on is because it was metallic based, which doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. I have my own theories about what's going on. So there you go. We'll find out. The last few pages are super awesome because they're going to take you on another little path of possibility. So we'll see. You know that mutant kind couldn't last without having problems, right?
But the cows, they were given the chance of peace and they destroyed it themselves.
There you go. So now you can replay that part of my discussion about what happens in Hickman's X-Men run. So you can catch yourself up if you don't want to buy all that. Oh, it's about to pour. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Rude.
I'm so excited about this one. This is Kang the Conqueror, #1. And it says, what is this? Only myself left conquer. Oh, and that's going to mean everything to you once you read this book. So if you don't know anything about Kang the Conqueror yet, this is so perfect. He's going to be a key character going forward. One of the versions of him was introduced during Loki. So that's Mortis. There's also Rama the Hutt. Mm-hmm. Rama the Tut. So he's got bunches of different versions of himself that have shown up through time. But this deals more with, I'll say origin story for him, because it's an interaction between him and a young boy that he's trying to set on a path that makes sense for all of time. And it's going to kind of blow your mind a little bit. And the title probably is spoilery on itself, so you guys could probably figure it out what's going on. It's awesome. And I did not realize that Kang was quite so powerful, but yes, he is very. I just thought he was that weird green-faced dude from, Fantastic Four stuff. All right. And there are some really cool other trades that are coming out this week. I can't find my pile. Mm-hmm. Okay. Don't miss them. These are not ones I read. I'm just going to show them to you so you're aware of them. Star Beasts. This is a book by Oni Press. And it says, Bandit is a pup on Earth who leaves his family to join the secret order of the Star Beasts, cosmic creatures sworn to protect Earth and spread goodness throughout the universe. The only thing is he's having trouble fitting in. But when powerful relics are suddenly stolen, the Star Beasts must band together to find the deadly galactic fossils before Pluto's evil emperor, Chaos Krill. He wants to build the Novator, an ancient monster that could wipe out all of Earth's species. Captain Bandit leads a crew on a kick-asteroid space race to collect all the relics. Flash Tista, the warrior turtle, Cleo, the goldfish historian, Karma, the healing tiger, Pep, the techie iguana, and the rest of Star Beasts risk their lives to learn that true family is never really lost and that protecting love is the greatest duty of them all. Aww. That's very sweet. And look at the cute animals. They're so cute. By the way, I'm going to take this moment to say to you, if you're a parent, all reading is good reading. If you catch your kids reading the cereal box, that's awesome. Comic books are great. Novels, magazines, Pokemon cards. Reading is reading is reading is reading. If you shame your kid out of reading one thing, they might think all reading is bad. That will ever dominate their destiny. Just saying. This is volume 1 of Crimson Flower, which is a Matt Kent book. It comes out of Dark Horse. You might think about jumping into this series. This one says, after losing her family in a violent home invasion, a woman uses folk tales to cope. In a blood-soaked journey toward revenge, she tracks down the man responsible for her family's deaths, only to discover a startling government plot to weaponize folk tales and use them to raise children into super assassins. What the what? There you go, living folk tales. Doesn't that make all the sense? Every once in a while, I see a book like that releases like this, that the pitch for it is amazing. Like that pitch got me. The name of the book, Crimson Flower, pass over every time. Every time. I've read that a couple times and thought, oh, I need to remember that that's a good book. Still the name. Boop. It's kind of like I remember going and watching the trailer for a really awesome kick butt sci-fi film, and I was so excited to see it. And then it said its name, The Astronaut's Wife, and I was like, nah, I don't think so. How did they get that through the test audience without them saying, yeah, see, no. All right, this one everyone has loved. This one has actually been hard to keep on the rack as individual issues. Think about this one. Radiant Black, Volume 1, also releases this week. Here is your pitch. Nathan Burritt has just turned 30 and things aren't great. He's working and failing at 2 jobs. His credit card debt is piling up, and his only move is moving back home with his parents. But when Nathan discovers and unlocks the ethereal cosmic radiant, he's given the power to radically change his fortunes. There's just one problem. The powers don't belong to him, and the cosmic beings who created them want them back by any means necessary. There you go. That's Radiant Black, also releasing this week. I don't think that one's releasing this week. I think that's just a reorder. Here we go. Here's one that you might have missed. This is a mature audience's one, okay? This one's an Antarctic Press book called Hot Valley Days and Cocaine Nights. Guessing not a family flick. Okay. The 1980s LA rock and roll scene truly was a decade of decadence. So it vividly captures the wild excitement of the music scene of the 80s with its potent combination of coke, ooh la la, and heavy metal. The reader will marvel at how deftly Janie navigates hazards of her crazy world, somehow managing to keep her body and soul intact. A thrilling, titillating ride.
Wait, did it really say ooh la la?
No!
What did it say?
It says the SEX word.
That's not a bad word, Miss Jen.
I know, but
Miss Jen.
I'm always envisioning people sitting next to their kiddos eating their snacks or eating dinner or whatever. And I don't want them to be like, Mom, what's that word mean?
Well, I mean, you did just spell it out.
That's right. But they don't know what ooh la la is. I say all this, but my parents for, I don't know, decades and decades spelt out, I don't know why. You know, they would say, do we want to go? You're talking to Mom and Dad. Do you want to go to the MOVIES? So we just thought that the place with the pictures that came up on the screen was called MOVIES.
I can't say much. My family, nobody says sucks. Everybody says that hoovers.
That's hilarious.
But that hoovers, because when learning English, it was hard for them.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, yes, that's like a vacuum. They were like a hoover. Okay, that hoovers. And I'm like,
what a mess.
English is hard enough. Let's stop changing words, please.
It's true. All right. Now you know all the cool things that are coming out. There's more, actually. Clearly, there's more stuff. But now's the time to spend a little time right before they close. Call up your local comic shop and tell them, hey, is it too late? Or may I pretty please have some of these titles held aside for me? Or can I add it to my pull box? Or, hey, can I beg you that super swanky Billy the Kid promo from you? How many cans of food do I have to bring to you to donate to your local food charity or whatever to snag that bad boy?
I already brought you 25. How many more do you need?
You killed it. I got to donate ours this week, or this morning, and it made me very happy. I actually went this morning and the door said open, but it was locked, and no one answered. I kept on hammering on it.
They forgot to.
They did.
Probably.
I actually ended up going back, and it was still locked. So I called them, and they're like, "Oh, hi, Miss Jen." It's like it's this tiny place that they operate out of. I'm like, how could you not hear me banging the door? Anyway.
Well, at least if they want people, like, please call this number. Like, I got you.
Oh yeah. All right. So, also, make sure you thank your local comic shop for their work on Free Comic Book Day. If they did not participate this year because of the scare of the Delta variant, still thank them for all the other years that they've spent the time doing it, because what a lot of people don't know is how many hours it takes behind the scenes to figure out who you want to invite, track them down and see if they're available, bribe them with promises of food,
deliver on promises of food after
Deliver.
however many hours a
That's right.
day.
Finding a hotel that's not, booked out because, what happened one year? There was Margaritaville. Jimmy Buffett came to town and there were no hotels for like miles and miles out. Luckily, our guest was chill, was sleeping on the couch because it was not going to happen any other way.
From now on, they can just come to my house and have an extra bedroom.
That's true. Yep. You have to think about flight things. If you're going to have events in the store, you have to figure out crowd control, and you have to figure out how and where to put the books down.
You have to find a time to eat, Miss Jen.
I did good
She was
this
there
year.
from 7 a.m. till 10 o'clock at night, and she didn't eat until after.
It was all good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's why we wouldn't stop talking about pie for like 2 hours.
That's true. It is kind of fun. I've seen people before
So we spent 2 hours talking about pie.
bring food to their local comic shop people, so
We
they have
a
something.
pizza place in our store, and
Yeah,
we
we
still forget to eat sometimes.
That's absolutely the truth.
Oh.
All right, that's all I've got for you guys today. I'm sure Kyle has some extra news.
Oh.
It's really close to the hour anyway. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Minute to Skim It, and thank you for being with us during this transition time. She's not in here right now. If you guys would send direct messages to Hannah, she's really bummed about not getting to do it anymore, even though it makes all the sense to keep her protected. She's crushed. So I'm hoping for COVID to go away so I can have my co-reader back. So send her a message and tell her you love her and how much you're going to miss her while she's taking time off to be safe. So
I also want to give everybody a super, super big thank you for joining us last week, because that was really weird. It was me, Kyle, and JD, and yeah, we only had we didn't get our books, and then you were off on your weird little mini vacation, and it was just me. And thank you guys. You guys were so much fun.
You guys are always supportive. All right. Thank you guys so much. We're going to see you next time for Talking Shop. Or Minute to Skim It. Sorry.
Oh my God.